Hello, Sunday night soul timers. We are in May. Can you believe it? I cannot. And we are continuing with our work that we're doing in these Sunday night soul times, a time for you to anchor in, to remember the truth of who you are, to live with intention rather than reacting to life, as a way to ground and re-anchor into yourself instead of succumbing to the Sunday night scaries. And no matter what the theme is, no matter what the topic is, the very act of you anchoring into you, reaffirming in some small way who you are, what you want, what you're choosing, is an empowered state of consciousness. That's you owning your power to create your reality, to move through life with intention. So much of our suffering is caused by feeling like we are a victim to this world or to our own life or to our own self, where we get into an experience of life is happening to us. We're just trying to survive it. Scarcity, limitation, all these things feel more real. Fear feels more real than the truth of who we are, which is an empowered soul that is infinite in its potential, where love is your only truth. And so those are some big words and some esoteric principles. But the reality is, when you just take a moment for you and go within, not listening to the fear in the mind, the worry, the doubt, all of that, you can start your week from a completely different place. And we have been doing this work through the lens of abundance this year. And not abundance in meaning just financial abundance, though you are welcome to take it there if you want to, but abundance as a state of being. And what this means is, do you live your life from a state of overflow, from a state of enough, as an internal, unchanging, conditioned state of who you truly are? Or are you a victim to your life in how you are living in overflow or not? Meaning, are you giving your power away by putting abundance, by putting a state of enough as something conditional, dependent on circumstances around you and outside of you? Your true power and your true shift in your life comes when you claim it as an unchanging internal state of being that does not fluctuate, that does not change, no matter what is happening around you. That is true power. So when we talk about living as an abundance, as a state of being, it's where, this is what we've been focused on the last few months in these Sunday night soul times, it's where does your sense of enough live? Is it inside of you or outside of you? And so last month, we really got curious about that. We started to explore the ways that you give it away, or different categories of your life. So as money in your life fluctuates, does that dictate whether you feel abundant or not? True spiritual mastery is, no matter what, you feel abundant because you are, because it's a quality within you that you were born with, that you come from sufficiency, that it is your origin. So it cannot change. And here's the thing, when you truly start to not just believe that, but embody that, you're not going to experience the roller coasters of money fluctuating or love fluctuating or whatever the thing is that you experience that you don't have enough of, because your inner world manifests your outer world, your reality. So it's a little bit of a catch-22. Okay, so the way that I want to explore it with you this month, and this is what we've been doing inside the Woman's Purpose community, is to help you identify one or two key personas that are called waiting personas. So when we are in conditional abundance, meaning that we are constantly putting a state of enough, overflow, abundance as something outside of us, our condition of how we feel is based on what's happening out there. Now, when you reverse that and you're never waiting on anything anymore, you won't experience any of that. But until you do, it's what do you want to reclaim within you? And to start to do that and target it is to identify the ways in which you most put a sense of enough outside of you. So if you've been following along in all these Sunday night soul times this year, then you have written in an abundance intention. You have an intention, something you want to manifest this year. If you don't have one, just think right now, what in your life do you most want? What? A new relationship, love, a new job, more money. What is it? What is more better health? What is the first thing that comes to mind when I say that? What it is you deeply want that you don't have now? Got it? Okay. And now let's tune in to what it is. Why don't you have it now? So that's the question. So what is it you're waiting on? And this is what we want to alchemize. This is what we want to shift, is get rid of the illusion that you need wait on anything. And instead take that thing that you're waiting on and find that it lives in here. Claim it as an internal state of being. Okay. So you're going to follow along in a second. It'll make sense. I promise you. So here are 4 waiting personas. And what I want to do is I'm going to walk you through them. And I want you to pick the one that just rises to the top. Now, contrast it, compare it with that thing that you want. If you have your intention written, great. If there's just something when I said that, this thing that you really want that's remained elusive to you, maybe for the last few months, maybe forever, then I want you to start to correlate what it is you're waiting on via which persona of these do you most identify with, okay? So the first persona, the first waiting persona is called the positive outcome rider. So if this is you, you feel okay when things are going well. And when they're not, you don't. So your sense of enough rises and falls based on positive results or the lack thereof around you. Okay. Now I want you to hear all 4 before you pick the one that is most you. The next persona is called the reassurance seeker. So the reassurance seekers, they feel okay when they're validated. So if you are a reassurance seeker, your sense of enough comes from others confirming that you're okay, that you're valued, that you're doing it right. And when you don't have that, your sense of enough goes away. Okay. The third persona is called the unknown avoider. So if you're an unknown avoider, you feel okay when you know what's going to happen. And you struggle with uncertainty and you try to create clarity before you can trust. So you do not feel enough or abundant when things are uncertain. You only do when you have all the information, know all the details, and have a plan. The fourth waiting persona is the striver. So if you are a striver, you feel okay when you're doing, when you're producing, when you're taking action, when you're moving forward, tangible physical action, okay? When you're in the doing. So your sense of enough comes from effort, productivity, or progress, not from stillness. So when nothing's happening, when there's no actions to take, or you're forced into stillness, your sense of abundance and enough goes away. So I want you to pick, which one are you? The outcome rider? Are you the reassurance seeker? The unknown avoider? Or the striver? And now here's your assignment. Here's the journaling work I invite you to do this week. Here's your homework. Pick one. Pick the one. I know we're going to all identify with most of them. Pick the one you most identify with. And then spend this week observing your patterns connected to it. How is needing reassurance keeping that thing you want away from you? How is needing positive outcomes keeping that thing you want away from you? How is striving, whichever one you picked, keeping it away from you? How is needing to know keeping you from manifesting your dreams? Notice your patterns. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for to fully live in the full manifestation of the thing you really want now? See how you're blocking yourself. And then once you see the pattern, pick one thing you can choose differently. What is one small way you can stop waiting now? You can embody that thing you think you're waiting on as an inner state of being now. Pick one small way you can do it, one baby step, one small tangible action or choice that you're going to make each day this week and in the weeks ahead. What is it? You don't need to wait for anything. You being in the illusion of waiting, or that you need something out there to manifest your dreams, is the illusion keeping you trapped. It is very much the Dorothy who was within you all along exercise. So wherever you are not experiencing abundance in any form in your life, look at how you're making it conditional, how you're keeping yourself waiting, when all you need to do is go within and find that it exists there and choose it from there. I know this work can be hard, but I really deeply encourage you to do it. I love spending these Sunday nights with you. If you want any help or support, always reach out. If you're a woman leader, you can always join us within the Women's Purpose community, where we do this work all the time, where we do it year round. But sending you so much love and for a beautiful, abundant week ahead. Bye for now.